Я думаю, що і всі, що зараз виступають проекти тут, підніміть, будь ласка, руку, хто з освітнього треку тут. Хто пічить зараз? Раз, два, три, а повинно бути 5, 4, окей. Так, 4-й загубився. Хто перший виступає? Так. Come on. Зараз ми перевіримо технічну складову, чи у нас все гаразд з трансляцією, і почнемо буквально через 1 хвилиночку. Окей? Here we are. Is everyone here? Okay, great. It is time to start our pitch competition. The first batch of pitchers who are representative of EdTech and HealthTech will present their products. Every team has only 3 minutes. After each presentation, 5 minutes per Q&A session. If during the pitch mentors have a questions, please type "I have a question" in the chat and we will give you the floor. Remember, there are only 5 minutes for the question per team. Every speaker can see the timer in one on our windows. And are you ready? Good luck. And the first, our data clicker. I'm welcome to the stage our first project, LEO. And if you're ready, please, the floor is yours.
Hey guys. Cool, can we start? Okay, so hello, my name is Vitaly, I'm co-founder at Eli.io. Oh, sorry, the wrong button. Cool, so what we're doing, we're basically helping people to generate educational videos just from text. So imagine you don't need expensive studio, you don't need software and actors anymore. Everything can be generated with our service. So here are some of the examples of what we're doing. Obviously, those are just GIFs, and we are creating actual videos with sound and music on the background. So we actually conducted more than 80 customer development interviews with experts and potential clients in e-learning, and we figure out that everybody needs videos, you know. But to create videos, actually, it's quite hard and it's expensive. So we came up with a solution where you can actually generate the video on your own. So you can choose the presenter from the library, or we can create one for you, so basically from your footage. Then you will be able to add the text, visuals, and slides, and also text that this presenter will speak. It can be done in 40+ languages, so say goodbye to localization problems. And then you just click generate and receive the video basically on your email. From a market perspective, so total market is about 15 billion, and our obtainable market we estimated as 420 million. So from the business model, it's pretty simple. It's SaaS, so we have standard plan, about $20 per 10 minutes, and also we have business plans for corporate and for a small business. Okay, so we have several competitors, but basically we're different because we're targeted in specific niche in e-learning, and also we're targeting different locations than them. So from the progress point of view, we started about 5 months ago, and now we already have working solution. Also, we have 9 paying customers from all over the world. We won $25K grant, and also we signed the partnership with leading learning management system Thinkific, which will give access to our functionality to their 27K users. By February, we are hoping to have 5K MRR. Okay, so from team perspective, we have quite experienced team. Our CEO, Alex, he's expert in B2B sales and experienced entrepreneur. I have 10+ years in product management and marketing. And also Alexey, our CTO, he's expert in ML and backend. So from investments point of view, we're looking for partnerships, mentorship. Also, we're looking for trusted accelerator program and interested in seed investment. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And dear mentors, do you have some questions? Yeah.
So you mentioned you have several different competitors, but you have competitive advantage because of your different niche that you're targeting, right, and a different location. Could you explain that a little bit more, please?
Yeah, sure. So basically, let me maybe come back to the slides. So yeah, so our competitors, they actually targeting a broader view. So they targeting in marketing, in sales as well, because this technology can be applicable for like personalized kind of sales messages as well. We are trying to, here's the feedback from e-learning companies and experts, and trying to implement our solutions so that it will fit to that specific need. So for example, they have certain requirements to the videos that needs to be kind of inputted in the LMS. So that's what we're trying to do for them, you know. And also we're trying to target different markets, because we believe that this solution will be helpful for the kind of bilingual markets, for like German and English, you know. So that's why I think we can see some competitive edge.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
COVID changed the way we consume educational content. Can you describe how COVID and people's uses of your technology would either drive or hinder adoption?
Sorry, could you please repeat, because I think I had some issues to hear you.
Yeah, so COVID has made EdTech a wide open market in many cases with distributed learning. Can you describe qualitatively what impact, if any, COVID has had on adoption for your tech?
Yeah, cool, thanks. Interesting question. So basically, we see that the market is growing, and basically EdTech and e-learning market is growing. And now with the help of AI, we actually have ability to generate the videos in multiple languages. And in that case, we are able, and our clients are able to create the video content on the wider market. So the opportunities here are kind of endless, right? So, yeah.
How do you tailor your approach to so many different languages?
What we're doing, we are targeting like specific market, for example, like Germany, right? And trying to understand what kind of languages they need. I don't know. So, and they say, okay, we need German and English. We're trying to reach like the US, and we're trying to understand what our languages do you need. Like, and they say, for example, we need Spanish and we need English. So, because we're able to kind of build on some of the best text-to-speech solutions, so we are able to offer like 40+ languages to our customers, and also we have variety of accents. We have Indian accent in English, like a bunch of stuff.
Thank you.
No questions anymore? Yeah, no questions. Thank you. Applause.
Thank you, guys.
And the second is Project GEOS, Natalia Limonova. Please, welcome to the stage.
Hello, everyone. My name is Natalia. I'm a founder and CEO at GEOS, an interactive platform for remote and hybrid learning of math and critical thinking. Our story started from my own pain. I have 2 sons, and I want to them a high-quality education and self-realization. But all I heard from their teachers was, our main goal is to bring our students to the final exams. I wanted more to my children. That is how the idea of the creation of alternative private schools came to me, and I founded several private schools in Kyiv and Lviv. But the main issue of the private school is that they're difficult to scale. There are more than 1.2 billion school children in the world, and all of them need to study. Another issue is that our kids were born in the digital age and are completely uninterested in all school materials. I had an ambitious goal to change the system and to bring affordable, modern content globally. That is how the idea of creation of GEOS came to me. We created online courses with animated video lectures, gamification, scoring system, and awards. We took into account clip syncing of our children and created TikTok-style short, bright lessons. And besides our unique methodology, we are the only platform that combines tutoring, interactive learning content, and flexible course builder for teachers. So our target audiences are parents with their children and teachers with their classes. We have grown 10 times during the quarantine and reached more than 100,000 registered users, and now we have almost 9,000 paying users. Our business model is for now a B2B subscription, B2C individual subscription. GEOS is as well a marketplace for proven STEM tutors. Global e-learning market has great opportunities. We launched in 2019. Now we are launching our project to the US market, and we plan to reach 10 million users in 2025. We have a great team with educational and technological background and big vision to change the system. We have a lot of achievements, and our big idea to bring our content to 10 million of happy kids from all around the world, learning math and developing critical thinking. Welcome to the world of GEOS.
Thank you. Could you give us a little bit more specifics on your competitive advantage?
Yes, of course. I will return to this slide. We have a lot of competitors, but some of them propose, some giants platforms propose tutoring, only tutoring, for example, Budgies or Skyeng or Udemy. Some of them propose interactive content, and some of them are course builders. But we propose all-in-one, all these tools, and our unique methodology with TikTok-style lessons and interactive gamified assignments.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have budget to onboard prospective customers, or what is the mechanism you use to attract prospective paying customers to your B2C site?
In the US market or in local market?
Well, yeah, that's a good clarification. Let's start with the domestic market.
Thank you for a question. In domestic market, we create a community of math teachers. We provide events and seminars and webinars and attract math teachers, and these teachers become our ambassadors who promote our platform to their classes, to parents. And also we use social networks to attract parents.
Okay, thank you.
Outside of the US market and the Ukraine market, are you looking at other markets to expand to, and which ones?
Right now, we are launching our project to the US market. It's a huge market. It's a challenge for us because we should find our new product market fit in this new market. And we conducted already customer discovery with more than 400 teachers and parents in the US. Also, we plan to scale our project to Spanish language markets. For example, Mexico, and we try to enter to the some European markets, but step by step, not simultaneously. Yes.
Another question? No? Yeah. Okay.
I guess similar to a previous question that was asked. how are you able to house all these different languages on there? What is your approach when you want to add a new language? How are you going to do that?
From the beginning, we are a multilingual platform. We have already several languages like Ukrainian, Russian, and American English, and we adopt our product to other markets, but step by step. Now we plan to create Spanish-speaking lessons, and also we can scale our product through tutoring. It's more quicker than online courses, and our first step will be tutoring and then online courses. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Do you have another question in online from mentors? No? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Natalia.
Thank you.
Аккуратно, аккуратно. Yeah. And the next project is iPass. Не та? Какую загрузили? Let's start.
Hi, I'm Sergey Danilov, CEO of iPass. And we create iPass to change education and make remote learning more visible. Why it's so important? Like, as a teacher with 20 years of experience, I'm absolutely sure the most important part of teaching is to know what is actually going on in a learner's mind. And lack of such comprehension make online education less effective than face-to-face education. And sadly, but it generates a mistrust between students and teachers. So iPass use webcam to analyze gaze pattern and extract some data to help children better understand students. For example, speed of reading or level of attention. And we try to be confidential as at must, and we don't record video. We show aggregate data only like this heat maps, and all this data give teachers possibility to not just assess student, but build research even if they give a very simple task, and pop up this analytical and reading skills. And I think it's important to reduce quantity of tests up to 95%. Our revenue source, it's B2B subscription in K-12 segments, and the average fee, it's about from $300 per school per month. Based on our conservative estimation of US market of education software, we plan to reach $36 million of revenue for the next 3 years of commercialization. And it's our traction. Right now we rebuild our solution and start testing in the Ukrainian private school. We are raising and
time is up, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. I'm a little worried because it's not my presentation. Okay.
Don't worry, it's okay.
You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
How do you get students to agree to allow you to watch them through their webcam?
Thank you. It's a great question. Actually, it's not very difficult because first, when we show the system, it's interesting because it's self-research. They want to look how the heat maps look, how the attention works, and in some situations they're interesting and they say, oh, amazing, I don't know that I spent some moment, and they can compare each other and why you see on this part of material, why you see on this part material. But it's a good question for our perceiving such technology, yeah.
Thank you.
Can you elaborate more on what you do with the data you collect?
We analyze just eye movement coordinates on a screen. It's all. Of course, not it's all. Of course, we analyze in many other data. For example, head movement, rate of blinking, and we can turn this rate of blinking to understanding the level of attention, for example. But the core of system is just data about coordinate eyes on a screen, and it's all.
Okay, thank you. And there would be agreement in the scientific community about the interpretation of those movements and what they mean?
Actually, eye movement and web tracking eye movement, it's well known in technology, and I think we don't need to agree, because actually when you try this system, you can compare in your mind, oh, I look in this place and I receive some result. And it's a good support for such idea. But we don't want to be very accurate, and we know it's all about probability. And it's if you know for good probabilities that some student read these pages and don't read next, it's help you to understand that student behavior.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Another question?
What security do you have in place for your technology, ensuring that the privacy of the people using it is safe?
We was in SDA incubator and have some mentor session with GDPR specialist, and they say in this now in state of our system, it's fully GDPR compliant. So I think actually it's enough, but of course we want to show the students that we don't record videos. It's more we protect, we better protect data than, for example, Zoom or something like that, because nobody see your background. And of course, there are no privacy data, because of course, it's a biometrical data, but webcam is not very good to do some very accurate prediction about something. It's a prediction about that we read such material or not read, because eye movement have a special pattern how eyes movement. It's some serial of saccade sweep on another, and we can recognize this pattern, and our machine learning model can say that's reading, that's just scrolling, skimming, or you just watch on this text and don't read it at all. And of course, if I don't understand anything and will try to read, I can, the system say you read, and but it's stupid activity, you know. You sit 10 minutes and pretend you read something. It's not. It's I don't think why somebody will need such thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And now we have our project from online. Project Можно. Are you ready, Margarita?
Yes, I am. I will be sharing my presentation right now. Should I actually?
Yeah.
Should I be sharing my? Should I share my presentation? I should, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see it. Could you please make it in the presentation mode? Yeah. Great.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Margarita, and I'm CEO of Startup Можно. Even though right now I am far away from home, sitting in my college dorm in University of the United States, I am presenting a startup that will make a positive change in my home country. The problem that we tackle is the one that I experienced firsthand, which is widely spread skepticism towards international experiences. It in return causes problems that ambitious young people have limited access to international and local opportunities for personal development. This is what Можно aims to change by providing youth with structured informational support, answers their questions, and by personalized consulting and mentorship. In addition, the technological component of our solution is an interactive, custom, self-paced skill training platform with skills development progress and application trackers. We expect that the total available market for our product is 57 million students from 12 different countries, which corresponds to the profit size of $2.5 billion. In addition, the market is actively growing every year. The main potential competitors are education consulting agencies and online tools such as Khan Academy. Możno's competitive advantage is that unlike agencies, we make our services affordable, and unlike educational tools, we make learning personalized by offering mentorship. The main goal of our business model is in making our services and products available to a wide audience with different financial abilities, since we aim to gain profit by scaling, not by setting high prices. Therefore, we offer various packages so that anyone can choose the one that suits best their financial abilities, background, and time constraints. Regarding the results that we already have been achieving, 350 people completed the Можно created video course. We held around 30 consultations with 30% conversion rate to students who got admitted into their dream universities. And we received valuable feedback that proved our product market fit. Since we're a young startup with visible achievements, the 10,000 prize will help us make a significant step in our development by providing the necessary financial resources not only for development of our technological solution, but also for making our business more self-sustained with further revenue. We plan to launch the skills training platform by 2023 and achieve a cash flow positive point. By 2024, we plan to start receiving an ongoing profit of $1.5 million and scale to the Spanish-speaking market. We, the co-founders, have the necessary international experience, knowledge in the field of entrepreneurship, and skills that will help us build this business. However, we also trust the power of strong teamwork, and our main priority right now is to find a CTO who would be sharing our mission and will be willing to join the founders team. Можно is investing its efforts into building a generation of intelligent and globally aware leaders with international experience who will invest in the economic and social development of their home countries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good timing. When students don't use your platform, when you show them what you're offering and they decide not to, what is the reason why they don't want to use it?
Since we have been testing our product so far and consulting and mentorship sessions, usually the main obstacle is in price, since our main customers are students who are still reliant on their parents to the most part. However, we decided that we can tackle this issue as well by proposing them certain options on how they can earn money doing part-time jobs themselves to be able to cover this service.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Margarita, can you elaborate more on your experience interacting with prospective users? What have they said? I mean, it seems like you're beyond conceptual, and you have something here that you're testing. What is that, and what are they saying?
So, so far we have been testing what are the general needs of our customers, and we understood that there are a lot of resources available to satisfy the purpose that we're following. However, most of them are in a very unstructured way, and the key problem of our target audience is to have information organized in one place, to have skills training in one place. As I mentioned, we have competitors who are doing similar things to us. However, we want to create a platform that will be focusing solely on preparation for different international educational and professional opportunities. So it's mostly like organizing all of the resources that are available into one place, which would be convenient for our customers to use.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
Do you have more questions from the audience here?
Everything is clear? Okay. Thank you, Margarita.
Thank you.
And at least we have the last project from the education track, the VR robot education. Are you here or online?
Yes, we are here.
Are you ready?
Apologize.
Okay, let's start.
Just a moment. Yeah. Hi, I'm Ross, co-founder of VRobot, gamified solution curriculum for classroom and individual remote teaching robots in virtual reality for students 8 to 14 years. Aging is a global trend, and automation is probably the only method how to address it. Global robotics market reached last year the $28 billion and demonstrates stable annual growth at rate of 20%. The question is, where do you get all these entry-level technicians and engineers to serve and support the robots? The gap between the availability and global demand for them is permanently growing. Last year, it already reached 1 million worldwide. The main reason? School lacks a scaled method to encourage students to learn robotics, engineering, and keep them engaged. Only 5% of children have access to the basics of robotics. The consequence is low awareness about the technology and growing deficit of the skilled workforce. Let's change the paradigm from considering robotics as an optional out-of-class activity for a limited number of students and make it an integral part of coding and informatics lessons. We change for fun a boring routine of assembling and wiring parts together and get students interested and engaged from the very first steps. Virtual reality is immersive itself and keeps students isolated from external distractors during the lesson. Teacher can instantly track the progress of each student and effectively distribute on time between those who really need attention. It's a cost-effective solution. With only one class equipped with 15 headsets, school can introduce basic concept of robotics to up to 1,000 students during the academic year for only $5 per student. Our product allows teachers to organize classes and conduct lessons in a physical classroom as well as fully virtual class, where both parties can interact from remote locations. We have 16 lessons, each centered around an old robot and designed based on the LEGO Mindstorm series. A physical robotic set can be used by only a small group of students. VRobot can accommodate up to 30 students in virtual space, assigned students for group working. Students can assemble, program, and test robot during only 1 academic hour instead of 2 or 3 hours. We are targeting 2 main markets. First is private tutors, providing online robotics group classes and conducting remote one-to-one sessions. Second is private and public schools. Underrepresented students can benefit most from our solution. We have monthly subscription for private tutors and annual subscription for schools with unlimited content, number of classes, and students per 1 headset. After launch at the marketplace, we can provide matchmaking tool and collect 20% commission fee per each session scheduled via our platform. First generation of our product was a self-contained Android application. After realizing the limitations, we made a pivot and developed a classroom management tool. Now teacher is organizing class from desktop while students are using headsets. We are looking for local business partners for introducing our product to new markets, and especially for promoting its use to schools. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. I had a question about collaboration. Does your technology allow multiple students to work on one project together, or does each of them have to work on their own individual project?
Actually, we just considering to allow students to work in one place on the one project, since now the only one robot is available as an individual learning place for the student. But his colleagues or peers can join him and assist by giving some tips in a voice chat, which is using for internal communication.
Okay, thank you.
What headset brands are you compatible with?
We started support for the most affordable Oculus Quest, which starting price is from $300 US, and adding the support for other platforms. For example, now we include the desktop like a Windows Mixed Reality and HTC Vive, and going for other one like a Pico and other manufacturers.
Okay, I take it you're independent of any particular vendor. Is that the idea?
You mean what kind of robots are used for the design?
In other words, regarding the headset, you are agnostic or independent of whatever
Yes,
vendor.
absolutely. It's just a matter of the adaptation, integration.
Okay, thank you.
Can you discuss your team in a little bit of depth? Is it you, and do you have any other sales team to go with yourself?
At the moment, we are doing sales by ourselves. We just accomplished the development, the second generation in the May, and started the demos, made more than 100 of them, and collected a lot of the feedbacks. Now we are the sales by ourselves. So increasing and obtaining the capacity to for the sales skills is our challenge, actually.
So who else is on your team? Who's we?
In the sales, me and Oleg, which is a co-founder, are doing sales.
Thank you.
What was the motivation for starting this? What did you notice, like a pain in the market? What was the what was the motivation behind starting this startup?
Actually, I decided for myself after graduating business school that I would be focused mostly on the educational technology startup. So it's the second my. And also I love programming and robotics, and I feel this pain from the ground. So the lack of interest to the engineering and math in the school and in the colleges leads to the deficit on the market for the skilled workforce.
Great, thank you.
Thank you for the question.
No more question. Okay. Ooh. It was really intense and really interesting. And now we can move to the health tech track. Now we have here 3 teams from health tech, and the first one is Format for Life, who will be pitched online. Okay.
Yes, we are here.
Are you ready?
Can you see my screen? All right.
Okay,
so
project Format for Life. Marina Koshevnyuk.
Sorry, can you hear me? I'm
Yes.
Okay. So let me start. And can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay.
But we can
great.
see you.
Not yet. So
well.
the group, okay, you see me, but not my screen. That's weird.
Yeah.
I'm sharing. I can start to share. Okay, I have my times on. So we are Format for Life, the project which aims to revolutionize current clinical practice. Medical data is huge and very challenging to handle, so sometimes medical specialists get stuck in it. As a result, the decision-making process is slowed down. Radical improvements in this field requires a lot of effort, huge investments, and wide expertise. Altogether, these requirements are limiting for most of medical doctors. The best way to overcome these limits is to combine patient medical card and virtual assistant based on the cutting-edge biomedical findings and auxiliary diagnostic tools. The ultimate benefit of such a solution is saved time and money. By following these concepts, we created Format for Life, a multifunctional AI-based tool for personalized medicine. It becomes an instrument that increases quality of healthcare services and reduces time for routine procedures. Our database contains information about disease, medications, related treatments, and genetic factors. So altogether, very contributive for decision-making process. Also, intuitive UI makes usage of Format for Life easy and time efficient. Data analysis report shows relevant disease features, information about medication and treatment in general. And doctors can use this report to improve precision of diagnostics, find the most efficient treatment, and prevent from related conditions. Automated notifications and warning system highlights dangerous matches, such as drug incompatibility or treatment irrelevance. Now we consider Format for Life as a SaaS product for health specialists, and also we are looking for partnership with clinics, telemedical platforms, and analytical labs. For patients, we also provide several free options. For example, users can create a medical card and access medical checkers to analyze their data. A few words about the market. Currently, medical software market is presented by a few big players such as WebMD or Isabel, and a lot of small enterprises. But there are some gaps and no similar solution developed yet. In Ukraine, the market landscape is relatively empty. There are up to 20 companies which store the data but do not analyze it. Due to this fact and also easier product legalization, we consider Ukraine as a beachhead market for our product. Also, there is a space for incremental growth. This quarter, we are completing the MVP stage, and in the end of the year, we are starting pilot runs. Preliminary estimation of the revenue from B2B services with a 10% penetration to the market is approximately $800,000. According to our business plan, we expect return of investments in 2 years from the first sales. Now we are looking for seed funding to speed up our development and product scaling. Also, we want to recruit more specialists and conduct a marketing campaign. So our product aims to increase quality of healthcare services. So please contact us if you have questions or interested in. Thank you.
Ina, thank you.
Mariana, many consumers are wearing watches and other devices to collect information about their fitness and their sleep. And I'm wondering, do you also integrate all of that information into your data?
Yeah, so at the proof of concept, we're considering incorporation of different devices as well as medical devices into our system. But for now, we developed the product which is web-based, and integration of mobile data is quite complicating. That is why we decided to start with this kind of solution and afterwards develop a web application, a mobile application with a further integration of all of this data.
Thank you.
Have you done analysis for regulatory compliance of multiple data feeds here, such as HIPAA laws or privacy, et cetera?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I know that in healthcare sector, the data privacy and related issues is extremely important. Therefore, we actually started with making our product GDPR compliant and HIPAA compliant, but also the further certification is needed to be done. So it's in our future plan. And also to simplify the further integration with existing medical software in healthcare providers, we did this product compliant for other related data sharing standards which are applicable in medicine.
Great, thank you.
You mentioned gaps that the competitors currently have. Can you mention any gaps in particular that your format for life addresses?
Yes, actually, the current medical software landscape is oriented on traditional medicine, and the medicine in general is just starting doing the shift from traditional medicine to personalized. And currently, there are no tools which enable this direct translation of personalized medicine into clinical practice. That is why we started actually with this kind of motivation to provide this tool for personalized medicine.
Great, thank you.
Good. No more questions. Okay, thank you, Marina. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me stop here.
And our next project pitching on the stage. And do you have a clicker? Clicker is here. And please, Pavlo Tkachenko from Provisio, welcome to the stage.
Thank you. Paul Tkachenko, Provisio. There are 80 million glaucoma patients globally, and each of them is going to go blind, as there is no cure from this disease. The only thing that doctors can do is just to delay the vision loss. An average glaucoma patient makes visits to his doctor only once in 6 months, and between the visits, patient has no idea about his daily eye pressure numbers, which can increase and lead to a serious vision field loss in just a couple of weeks or even days. Our glaucoma home monitoring system can solve this problem. Provisio is a smart device for measuring pressure inside the eye with 2 mobile apps for the patient and for the doctor, helping to delay the vision loss. Our system, we have what is more important, we connect doctors and patients in real time, 24/7. Also, we bring AI-enabled disease-focused and medication change options for doctors and the patients. The only company in the world that is producing tonometers for glaucoma for home use is Rovenia Group, but they don't have wireless data transmission, which means that the doctor doesn't receive information about patient's condition in real time, which is so important. And other competitors are just specialized solutions intended only for doctors' use. Instead of them, we bring value to all the chains of the system. First of all, we are decreasing burden on the healthcare system because there will be less blindness in the glaucoma. We bring better control over patient's condition in real time, and we make the process of measuring the pressure easier for the patient, and therefore we are saving their sight years. The market size is really impressive. Only the US market alone is estimated at $16 billion. We plan to partner with a pharmaceutical company in ophthalmology sector and use their medical representatives to promote our device to the doctors. Our revenue streams will be generated through tonometer sales and disposable probe sales. Patient has to use these probes during every measurement. He needs at least 30 probes per month with the price of the probe of $1. Therefore, we get a subscription business model. In 1 year, we will be able to generate 2% of USA, to get your 2% of USA SOM market in 5 years, 30% with the help of our partner pharmaceutical company in the ophthalmology sector. Our core market is the United States, and in a year, we will be able to generate 10,000 tonometers in sales. Our team, we have all the core expertise required to successfully launch this project: medical, sales, healthcare. I've been working as a medical representative at Allergan, #1 company in glaucoma treatment, for 5 years. Yeah. Thank you so much. It was the wrong presentation.
How do you make sure that the patient uses your hardware correctly so that you get the right measurements?
Yeah, definitely. So initially, the patient, after purchasing our tonometer, he will go to his doctor, and together with the doctor is just making a guidance for the patient, how to use it, how to send data. They connect their mobile apps to send data between the applications.
Do you have a medical or scientific advisory board with opinion leaders? And the second question is also, do you have the buy-in from societies such as the Glaucoma Society here in the States, and presumably there's a counterpart in Europe and elsewhere?
As for the advisory board, unfortunately, this is the wrong presentation and there's no slide here, but okay, yeah, we have advisory board. One of the team members in the advisory board is a former top manager in pharmaceutical company at ophthalmology. So he's helping us with the strategy and with how to strategize to launch the product in the foreign markets. And myself, I have a PhD in pharmaceutical chemistry, so I have a medical background and also worked as a medical representative in the ophthalmology sector for many years. So I know I have really hands-on experience in this industry. I understand how the system works and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Are you working on any patents or copyrights for the product?
Yes, right now actually we are building a formula. So we made a patent search and building a formula for the patent right now.
And where is that patent for?
So it will be for Ukraine and United States.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
And do you have any sales right now or traction? What is your traction so far?
So at the moment, actually, we have an MVP almost, and we are planning to build right now. We won Vernadsky Grant Challenge, and we are buying the manufacturing equipment to produce our first 10 devices and start the pilot project with one of the local pharmaceutical companies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pavlo. Okay. Who is the next? We are waiting for the project iPactus from online. Okay. Andranik, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm sharing my
Hello.
screen, and I'm ready to start. Yep. Can you see it?
We can't see your presentation, but we can see you.
Yeah. Okay, that's weird.
Yes. Please make it.
So you see both me and presentation, yes?
Yes, super. Please make it in the presentation mode. Great.
Yeah. Great.
Full screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Hello, everyone. I'm Andranik Turgaryan, co-founder of the project iPactus. The challenge we are tackling in this application is breast cancer. According to recent data, there is a worrying statistic of the increase of breast cancer worldwide, both in high-income countries, but also in low and middle-income countries. And what is most important, there is a huge number of women which are unscreened. They miss to get screening on time. And the reason of that, the gap in the diagnostics. In the recent years, there was a huge progress in the treatment, but the diagnostic basically still the same. The standard is mammography, which is a radiation-based method. It's expensive, cannot be used very often, and not available in many places of the world. An alternative solution to this can be thermal imaging. It's a safe, radiation-free method, which is known from 1982 when it was officially recognized as a supplement method to mammography. And it is based on infrared camera catching temperature increase on the surface of the body. The cancer is more hot than normal tissue. and with camera it's possible to see. Our innovation consists of making this method more handy and useful for everyone. The issue is, we think, to use the connected thermal camera, high sensitivity thermal camera that can catch images from body with thermal images. And with integrated image recognition algorithm, it will be possible to analyze those images directly. And the algorithm will tell if everything looks normal or if there is a risk, cancer risk, and a person needs to undergo further examination. The primary user of this solution could be clinicians, of course, primary care units, family doctors, and nurses. But in later perspective, it can be a project, it can be a tool for women that can do self-examination as well. Therefore, our model is B2B for now, with subscription as a revenue model, but in the future it can be B2C. And we aim to get this initial money to build fully functional MVP and start data collection in Ukraine to launch this project as soon as possible. And lastly, this is our team. Our team lead is Mila Wagner, co-founder.
Yes, so sorry, the time is up.
Yeah, I'm done. Thank
you.
Thank you.
How accurate is your algorithm, and what happens if it's inaccurate and makes a mistake? What type of risk and liability do you have?
Yeah, that's a very important question. In fact, we have to build this algorithm. It's not ready. And to build this algorithm, and the accuracy will depend on two things. On the accuracy of the camera. There are different portable camera on the market. We have to test. Of course, we aim the best one. And the second is the amount of the data. A bigger amount of data, more accurate will be the algorithm. At the beginning, we aim to collect 500 images from healthy and 500 images from cancer diagnosed patients and build algorithm on it. Then we need to test it to estimate the accuracy. It's important to note it's not a diagnostic device. It is a device for warning, pre-screening device. And the main disadvantage of that method was false positive. It means it could get a warning, but it will not be a cancer. We think for pre-screening device, that's not that crucial. Of course, we will aim to make it as much as accurate, but it will not be to compete with the main diagnostics methods. So it will be pre-screening tool.
Thank you.
What standards are at play, if any, for the medical community for this sort of device? I've got to imagine that people are thinking about self-diagnostic using smartphones in this way. So what would be a minimum medical requirement? I recognize it's not a diagnostic, but I also have got to imagine there's got to be some level of representation that you can make to the purchasing public.
That largely depends on the country. In Sweden, where we started this project, it needs to be classified as medical device type 2 or 3. It's a very regulated field. In Ukraine, probably it's less regulated in terms of development and data collection. But the first stage, we believe, should be a research stage. So we should develop, collect data, build algorithm, test it in research settings, and then we go to clinical settings. We pass the regulation, registration, and do according to the legislation of the country where we want to launch it.
Thank you.
Since you were cut off, can you discuss the expertise of your team a little bit more?
Yes. We are 3 in our team. Mila Wegner is co-founder. She will be responsible of the operation in Ukraine primarily. She is entrepreneur. Myself, I'm PhD in biology. I'm working with a research institution in Sweden at Gothenburg University. And my partner is Alexei Gurev. He is the automation system engineer at Volvo Group, also here in Gothenburg in Sweden. He is responsible of technical side for product development. And I'm taking mostly the scientific part of the project.
Thank you. I think I have to ask the obvious question. How do you, what security is in place for the privacy of these thermal images and such?
We have to go to GDPR, but we believe it will be private because all the data will be saved in safe cloud-based platform, and all the patients will be assigned a number, so there will not be name, family name, and there is no any, it's a thermal images, it's not normal images. So you don't have any face or thing that can be used, can be exploited otherwise. Yes?
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presentation. Great. It was the last project from the Health Tech batch, and now we are given 15 minutes little break for the change in our tracks. And after the 15 minutes, let's go and move to another track. Thank you.
wanna hold it, don't wanna swim it over. It feels like you got it, you want your roller coaster. Don't ask me about my freedom, don't ask me about my wisdom. You want it, you need it, but why?
ready. We're waiting only 1 minute. Some technical issues. Guys, please take your place. Just some notifying. When you're speaking, you can see your timer on the wall and also your presentation. You have only 3 minutes for the pitch and 5 minutes for the Q&A session. One more minute. We are waiting for the first speaker. Yeah. Now we invited for pitching our agri-tech track and have 4 startups from our agri-tech sector. Yeah, we believe in your guys. Our mentors online are ready. And we have some polls, and I can say some thank you, dear members. Thank you, our mentors and jury. Thank you, dear participants. We have 2 incredible days of our boot camp. Yes, thank you. Stepan, 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 we are waiting for you. What? Karaoke. Yeah, karaoke. Also, I can say some thank you for support and great commitment from our Unit City partner, where we have our pitches. Thank you, guys. And also our partners from different funds and accelerators. And okay, we are ready. Welcome, our flag tech.
Shall I start? So let me check. Hello to everybody, my name is Stepan, and today I'll present flag data. We aim to help farmers decrease their costs on agri-production and increase their profitability. Based on our research, we face 3 main problems. Farmers overfeed, overspray, overapply. Retro machinery with high-end sensors cannot be monitored. And finally, lack of quality control of agri-operation. Based on that, we created a solution. Interoperable system where farmers see their data in one place, the whole fleet online monitoring, and operation control due to forecasted plan. We came up with a hardware that can be connected to each type of the machinery, seeder, harvester, etc., any tractor, collect data from it, process on our server, and transfer via API to clients' farm management system. Sorry, guys. Overall, flag data is a solution that collects agronomical and machinery data online, transforming it into valuable analytics. Our main advantages are versatile plugin of flag data device, API integration with various popular farm management systems, and even if the connection on the field is poor, you won't lose your data. Now, I want to emphasize what distinguishes us from our competitors. We are more affordable and support any type of machinery, as I told. We use different protocols of connections. And finally, comprehensive analytics that we collect, agronomical machinery data, as well as weather and soil condition data. To point out, we are working on quite huge markets, 13 billion, and it's still growing on 15% each year. Our business model is quite simple. We charge $1,500 per device, and as soon as we finish our own analytical unit, we will charge subscription fee. Flag data today, 100 devices sold, 150,000 revenue over 12 months, and 35,000 hectares covered by our device. And we assume that we can save up to $150 per hectare for farmers. Now I'm glad to present our team. Vitaly, our CEO, he has been working 10 plus years with agri companies and he knows everything about their needs. Our CTO, Maxim, he previously worked with data collection projects and he knows how to collect, process and secure data. And our lead engineer, Mikhail, he can assess any type of machinery. And me, Stepan, I'm responsible for business development. Now we are looking for 1 million funding that will be spent on marketing and sales and R&D. Thank you for your attention, and I hope together we can help farmers be more productive.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you can save farmers $150,000 per hectare, and I think if I understood it correctly. And my question is, how did you come up with that number? How do you know you can save that much?
Actually, we save up to $150 per hectare, not acre, and it depends on agri operation. So it's
okay.
like, it's based...
And how did you calculate that? How did you come up with that number?
Actually, we collected the data, so I told that we covered 35,000 hectares and that analytic based on that data.
Okay. And this is real dollars that have been saved by farmers?
Yeah, real dollars. For example,
Yeah,
for example, the recent case, it was spraying. Actually, our client had like a test pilot, so he had like 3 spraying data devices, and because of weather data, he can, you know, stop their operation and save a lot of money. So it's thousands of dollars actually.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Stepan, question.
A little bit more about your technical model. Clearly, much of this, Stepan, hangs on your ability of your model to take this data and synthesize it and make some sort of predictive interpretations. Can you tell us a little bit about what's in that black box?
Could you please repeat? I mean, business model, or you mean?
Yes, so you have I believe there's some predictive capability, if I understand it correctly.
Ah, you mean strategy? Okay, I understand. Yeah, just strategically, we want to achieve like M2M approach. It's like machine-to-machinery approach. It means that our system can detect some issues on the field based on operation online. And for example, if it's like spraying, you can slow down your machinery, for example. Or you see that you have some problem with inputs of seeds, so you can like just also call, for example, machinery guy and so you have some issues with seeding and you just stop and they clean, for example, input part actually.
Okay, so this generates a report for the farmer to customize an optimal soil treatment strategy, for example.
Yeah, actually decrease their cost on each operation and also, you know, detect some failures with machinery as well. Because sometimes it's not about operation, it's all about, you know, machinery and, you know, the times that it's, like, I don't know, machinery are, I know, in warehouse, it's also, you know, your potential saving that you can make if it will work actually.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And now from my side, yeah, I want to clarify more about your traction that you mentioned at one of the slides. These companies who paid for devices, how many of these customers do you have? I mean, like companies, like farmers.
Okay, I understand. Thank you. We have like 10 paying customers, so it's agri companies from 1,000, it's the smallest one, and the biggest one is 150,000 hectares.
All of them in Ukraine.
Yeah, it's like domestic market, yeah. But we are targeting European market as well, and next November, like, I mean, this November we will go to France and we'll do some pilot and to find out how it will work actually.
Just the last quick question. In case you're the winner, how would you spend those $10,000?
Good question. So actually we are going to, I know it's like maybe it's quite bizarre answer, but we are going to Web Summit and we want, you know, money to spend there, actually. If we speak about product, okay, without jokes, so we're just developing our analytical unit. So we want to broaden our server capabilities actually, and also develop our own platform. Like we will start from some BI system actually.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stepan. And our next project, CarboMiner. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hello, my name is Niko Seiko. I live in Kiev, Ukraine, and I lead the CarboMiner project. We develop new technology to capture carbon dioxide directly from the open air. And we are going to sell the CO2 captured to greenhouse operators. Today, I'd like to tell you about our approach of how can we reduce the carbon footprint of the food we eat. When we eat a greenhouse-born cucumber, we don't usually think about the footprint associated with it. However, it exists. And mostly it is linked to burning of fossil fuels to obtain the heating for the greenhouse and also to obtain the CO2 for injection to boost the growth of the plants in the greenhouse. The upcoming EU regulations on carbon emissions under the EU Green Deal will force greenhouse owners to shift for more sustainable options for greenhouse heating. And as they do so, they will also face the challenge of looking for the external sources for CO2 for injection. However, the CO2 from the open market is neither cheap nor climate friendly. This is exactly what we, CarboMiner, can help with. Again, we are a Ukrainian startup working on the new novel technology of direct air capture of carbon dioxide, and we are going to sell the CO2 captured to greenhouse operators at the affordable price of 135 euro per ton. We are going to use the fast growth trend in European and worldwide greenhouse industry. Our first target market is the market of Spain, and we estimate that market as $150 million US. After Spain, we will scale up to other European countries, and we estimate the whole European market potential as $6.7 billion US. Our business model is simple. We are going to sell the CO2 itself, CO2 captured locally, and we will do it 35% cheaper than the market price. And the other option is the sales of our microclimate monitoring system, which is about selling hardware sensors and also the subscriptions. To do this, we have our team with a complementary skill set and ability to innovate and move forward fast. The experience of our team is well underlined by the fact that we have raised 3 investment rounds in less than 2 years. We think that CO2 will not harm the humanity. Instead, it will help to feed it. Thank you very much.
You mentioned that you'll be able to sell the CO2 at 35% cheaper than the market price. If that's true, how are you able to do that? How are you able to get so much cheaper than the current market?
We found out the details about current market price in Ukraine from the market research from the established marketing agency. We have purchased that marketing report. We know that the market price in Ukraine is between 180 and 200 euros. And we believe that our developments with technology allow us to have the cost of the CO2 captured low enough to provide us with the healthy margin to sell CO2. In fact, cheaper, I said cheaper, than the market.
Do you have any patents for the product yet?
We, thank you for question, that's important in such a hot field. We do not have any patents yet. However, we have applied for 1 patent application in Ukraine about a year ago, and after that, we have already applied for 6 patent applications directly to USPTO, United States Patent and Trademark Office. So we use the scheme with the so-called PPA, preliminary patent applications, which allow us for 12 months to keep the priority, and now we have to reapply them as the real patents. So no patents yet.
All right, excellent. Another selfish question. Why Spain as your first international market?
There are several reasons for that. First of all, during our quite complicated, let me speak openly to you, path in technology experiments, about a year ago, we have found that our current, to that time, technology is not working good at the cold temperatures and the low temperatures. So one of the reasons was that we were looking for hot countries. Another important reason, which is about business, is that the country of Spain has 72,000 of hectares of greenhouse area. Of course, we understand that not all of them, and in fact, majority of them are not real greenhouses. They are pretty much basic. However, still about 5 to 6% are real greenhouses with the closed space. So this is controlled environment agriculture, and we can inject CO2 to such clients. So this is just a huge market.
Great, thank you.
Okay. No more questions? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And our next project is Algazil, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Andriy. I am co-founder of Algazil project, and we are setting up the production of microalgae as a plant treatment. Right now the sustainable market is rapidly growing, and according to Ukrainian Ministry of Economics reports, the sustainable agriculture grew up for the last 4 years 3 times. And according to the strategy, it will grow 3 times more in the next 10 years. Yeah. And one more interesting thing is that there is a European Green Deal, which is a strategy for sustainability to make the whole Europe the first totally sustainable continent. That means that some not sustainable enough companies will be forced to become sustainable to stay on the market. We came up to the solution. We want to produce non-stock algae, microalgae, as a multi-purpose plant treatment. So the plant treatment allows to replace a complex of agricultural tools and to make plants production more sustainable. We've learned the market, and the Ukrainian market is really growing. Like as I said, it grew up like 3 times. And there is a positive movement on global market. So global market is growing right now like 8.7% according to future market insights, and it will grow up to like 12% in the next 10 years. Right now, there is like one more company that does the same thing as we do, and we did like similarly to them, but we better than them because we improved our technology and we know how to make it more efficient and cheaper. Our main target is organic greenhouses and traditional greenhouses who want to become organic. We plan to distribute our product for exhibition and to use like word of mouth for distribution of our product. We also have set up a few pilot projects, and they are successful, and they created like huge demand that we can't cover right now. So we are seeking for any other like movements to improve our production to make it more profitable. Right now we are on the research and development stage, and we want to.
Thank you, Andriy.
Thank you as well.
Thank you. You mentioned organic farming is very expensive, and it is. And you mentioned also that your product currently is somewhat expensive. So I'm trying to understand what the economics are so that you can help speed adoption of your product, given the high costs that organic farmers have to incur.
It can reduce actually the price of the crop production. I can tell the numbers not from greenhouses because pilots weren't on greenhouses, but for example on a wheat field, if you use our product, it costs like $50 per hectare, and in the best cases, it allowed to achieve $500 more per hectare from wheat fields. So it was like 40% of yield increase per hectare, just because of adding our product to the current level of treatment, in addition to the level of treatment. So that means that our potential customers can reduce the number of current treatment and use our product to achieve the same results, or they can use their traditional treatment and add our product to achieve more results. Yeah.
Thank you.
What sort of testing is involved for safety and, let's say, consumption of product by humans and animals?
I can't tell about exact testings, but I can tell that you can drink our product and nothing will happen to you. It is just a biomass that will be consumed as a food. It's just the plants.
Thank you.
Could you tell us a little bit more about your team and if you have any board members or anybody advising you?
Yeah, so our team right now contains of 4 members. So the core of the team is Petro Romanenko. He is a biologist. He works for more than 30 years in botany, and for the last 2 years he was working in industrial production of and growing of algae. So he has an expertise of how to do that right and what shouldn't we do. And he helps us, he knows how to improve the current technology, because current technology is not adapted to grow our specific algae. Everybody wants to grow chlorella, but nobody wants to grow a nostoc. Yeah. Arthur, he is a physics, he is PhD student, and he will help us to provide the experiments, because the main problem right now with the nostocs is spectrum characteristics of the light that is used to grow nostoc, and we need to provide some experiments to find the perfect solution of lighting, and we need some expertise in spectrometry and in physics. So he is making this. Yeah, so Anastasia Tishko is business analyst. She tries to collect all of the tasks into the single unit, so we won't forget anything. So she knows everything, where everything is going on, as a successful business analyst do. And I am an engineer with a physics degree. I have experience in hardware development and in software development, and right now I take a huge part in R&D to create the analytics unit to analyze the data from our experiments. And also I've succeeded enough to create the test reactor to do the tests, because right now we can't allow to buy the ready-to-use reactor, because for to buy a reactor from leading company, the set of them costs $150,000 for 2 of them, and we can't afford it. So we want to build it by ourselves. And we also saw some major cons from the solution that we've used to do the test batches of product, and we want to improve our product to make it scalable friendly, because these reactors, they are expensive and you can't build a plant of them, they are not suitable for mass production.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andriy. And now We are welcome to this stage, our last project from the agri-tech. Are you ready? Yeah. Please welcome Eruka.
Yeah. Okay, so today I represent to you Eruka City Farms for retail and HoReCa. So usually greens in Ukraine produced in greenhouses and in open soil. When you use this method, you have some problems. Your activity depends on season, you have high operation costs, you touch with human factor, use huge areas. If you have automatic systems, usually it's expensive, but most important is logistics. In Ukraine, this salad which you buy in supermarket travel to you 15 hours and visit 4 different logistic hubs. It's an official statistic from FOSI Group. So the solution is Eruka City Farms, which install it directly in the supermarket, help you to produce greens faster. Each positions look like on picture. Also, you have one price all the year, and no trucks, no fridges, no logistics centers. So it's a lot of saving of CO2. Other competitive advantages are modularity of the system. We have fully automatic, but it's not so expensive and difficult like Rocket. We have remote access for you and our farmer who can control all the processes. It's situated close to the buyer and made in Ukraine. What about numbers? For next year, the size of market will be around $7.5 billion. But the most important for me is the statistics, it's the quality, that's how much supermarkets in Ukraine in top 10 retail companies. So it's around minimum 3,000 small city farms. We have different business models, but we prefer business model when we install our city farm in the supermarket and sell greens from them to the customer and share the profit with supermarket. What about economics? One stack has 1 year payback period. If we install it in FOSI, for example, it will be around 5 million hryvnias per year of profit. You can grow your margin up to 150% or make the project cheaper on 15%. Also, we have only one farmer who can service all the farms, and we need only one service car for one city. So it's 45 kilograms of greens if you use 5 stacks, for example. The products produced directly in the shop. It's never will finished, and each position looks like on Pinterest, and you have fixed price all the year. And the most important thing is that on this week we will install our first pretty city farm to the shop. We already have a partnership with FOSI Group, and that's why I told about 600 supermarkets. That's the quantity of supermarkets in FOSI. And this is how it looks like. This is our app and our team.
Thank you. Can you speak to your competitive advantages? How easily could someone come in and copy or replicate what you're doing?
Excuse me, can you repeat, please?
What is the innovation that is difficult for a competitor to copy? What is your competitive advantage, and how do you create barriers to entry for other companies to just copy what you're doing?
Okay, so for today, you already can see the city farms in Ukraine. I know that Varus start city farms, but it made with Israel and Ukrainian company, and they have very expensive R&D, and it's very difficult. It's difficult like a rocket and expensive like a rocket. So they will never have possibility to give salads so cheap. Yeah, okay, my first stack will be installed in one of the most expensive supermarkets in Ukraine and Odessa as well. But I think about stacks and city farms in normal supermarkets, because I think that 40 hryvnias per one salad is not normal. And I want to give possibility to normal people eat salads all the year round for normal price. My R&D is much more cheaper, and also I think that very important thing is possibility to touch with huge companies because of starting working with huge companies.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, have you, excuse me, have you done analysis on you mentioned a couple of grocery stores that will pilot this. Have you done analysis on how much they might charge for the use of their retail space? I've got to imagine if they put your shelving there, that will displace other product. Can you talk about that, please?
Okay. Our stock can save your square meters, because usually now in Ukraine, when you ban salads, it just installed on the one like table. And also very important question, it's how it looks like. I played in restaurant business with my friend, and we bought Israel salads because it looks much more better than Ukrainians, because Ukrainians travel to the supermarket in the boxes. And I think this is very important. When you know that, for example, when you buy strawberries in the supermarket, it could be not so tasty, but it will be looks perfect, because at start you eat by your eyes, and it's very important thing. And I think that in case of our very low price, even if we will pay for price for the square meters in the supermarket, we will be much more cheaper than other such projects, other projects.
Okay, thank you.
Can you tell us how much does it cost to build the 1 square meter of this farm? Approximately.
One stack, it's half of square meter. So one stack, it's around 10,000 hryvnias. Why around? Because if, for example, you're a supermarket, you have, you usually want to change something. For example, here nearby situated DTEC, and they ordered 5 stacks, and they add one thing which cost around $1,000 for all these stacks. But normal price is around 11,000 hryvnias. That's the price of stack for the. But most important that, for example, Israel project, which is situated in Dnipro city farms, they have very expensive R&D. I work in a university and can involve scientists from university, and they ready to work for idea. Yeah, it's part-time communism, but it's work. Much better than young teams, part-time.
Okay. Thank you, Pavel. Thank you.
To go to the worldwide market, for example, United States, California, and use California's new solar roof mandate. And the sum is $117 million. Our client segmentation, the first segment, home solar plants, next haulers, resorts, but we want to start with the first. And revenue model is very easy. We won't use B2B direct sales. We will work with our partners, solar plant installers and sellers, and building companies. So if we start in Ukraine with full finance assistance, so we will have total income $300,000 with margin 35. Next year it's $1 million, and next year $2 million total income. But now we want to have cash and build MVP pilot station. It should work as a showroom. Without showroom, it's very hard to sell. So our team, Helen Bagirova, biological scientist, and have experience 20 years, and me have experience in solar energy 6 years. Of course, we do not work twice. We have volunteers which help us. In competition with, we have only one the dual phase version, but on the other lines, you can see some of the difference have some difference. And the competitive advantages, our panel have the low energy cost per square meter because we use the ready-made solar panels. We don't produce from the scratch. Thank you. Our contracts.
Thank you. Time is up.
What type of patents and what is your barrier?
Patents, yes. We have patents. We have 3 patents. Now I will show. You can see it. The first patent was
just Ukraine or Ukraine?
Yes, they are just Ukraine, and now we in progress patent application, international patent application. Now it's progress in process.
On your international competitor list, can you tell me which of your competitors have investment from the outside, or are they self-financed?
So I don't know about competitors' investments. I think they have outside investments, and we want to have outside investment too, because our own investments about $40,000 was spent to create test model, the prototype, and now we're looking for money for big start or for small start with the MVP.
Okay, thank you. And where are those competitors based? Are those domestic or
competitors? We don't know any competitors in Ukraine. We know one of them in Turkey, Olympics, one in the Netherlands, and one in France and Greece. And I'm not sure in United States,
right,
but all of them produced from the scratch. We don't do it. That is why we have the big model. Sorry, I forgot this word. Need assistance. A big model range. They don't have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the question.
No more questions. Okay. Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot.
Thank you.
And now I'm ask our judges to move to another room for make a decision, and we can take some rest and maybe some networking, and maybe in 15-19 minutes we can come back and get some announcement about winners. Go! I talk about 3 and second, and you talk about it's first 3, 2,
Yeah.
yes.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Perfect.
Окей. Тра-та-та-та, музычку нам включите. Okay. Okay. That is excited moment about winners, and now we have 3 plays of winners from each track. From EdTech, 3rd place, going to the project Можно. second place going to the project LI.io. And now I'm invite the winner of the EdTech track to go to us for the stage. And it...
Gios.
Yeah. Hello, Natalia. Yeah, congratulations. Stay with us here. And from the health tech, we have third place going to iPactus. Second place, Format for Life. And the first place?
First place, we have Provisio.
Congratulations. And from the energy tech, we have third place going to New Battery. Second to the energy absorbing breakwater. And
first place is Atmosphere Enterprise.
Welcome to the stage.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And now we have the last one track. It's a Agritech, and the third place going to the Algazelle. Second, second to the Fly Egg Data. And also we have a special announcement. Before we announce our winners, we have special announcement for Agritech.
So it was a hard decision to invite to big international event and to give opportunity present the product and services for really target market and to invite to Agritech acceleration. And we decided to invite 2 startups. And these 2 startups is Fly Egg Data and Carbominer. So we will send you invitation for this exhibition. Yeah.
Yeah. And the last.
And first place for Ag Tech is Carbominer.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thanks for your trust.
All right, round of applause for our winners. Woo.
Okay, fine.
Group picture?
Yeah, we have a picture from our photographer. Yeah, and
Shall we?
close.
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you.
Nastya, go.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you all, guys, and also we grateful for our partners and our mentors. Thank you.